Dear students, let us learn from Unit 5 a new lesson titled India Through the Eyes of a Foreigner, written by Mark Tully. Mark Tully. Mark Tully was born on 24th October in the year 1935 at Calcutta. He was educated in England. He was a correspondent for the BBC in South Asia for 25 years. He now works as a journalist in New Delhi. Mark Tully's books on India are No Full Stops in India, The Heart of India, and India in Slow Motion are highly acclaimed. He was made an officer of the Order of the British Empire in 1985 and was awarded Padma Shri in 1992. He was knighted in New Year Honours 2002 KBE and in 2005 he received Padma Bhushan. Pre-reading activity, listening and speaking. In this short account of his experience in India, Mark Tully tells us why he likes India and Indians very much. He gives word pictures of India's natural beauty and the beauty of India's social, religious, and cultural activities. There are beautiful descriptions of the ways in which we worship the Almighty. In the end, he says, he has been accepted as a part of India. This thought makes him feel good. This lesson gives us a short account of India's natural beauty by a British named Mark Tully. He explains his feelings towards India and Indians. He also gives us diverse beauty of nature, culture, religion, and social life of India. He feels good that he is one of the part of India. So now, let us read paragraph of this lesson one by one and understand how Mark Tully describes our country, India. Let us read from paragraph 1. I soon realized that it was not going to be difficult to get involved in India. From day one, I was surrounded by friends. The friends my predecessors introduced me to, the staff of All India Radio, the members of the press club, and my new neighbors. Many are still good friends. It's through them that I have become involved in their country. Now, when I am asked why I am staying on, I reply, because of my friends. Dear students, Mark Tully, who was a foreigner means a person who belongs to other country. When this Mark Tully came as a coordinator for BBC, he never felt that he was a stranger, because Indians who were working in that office became so close to him from the very first day. As soon as he met them, he felt that he was one of them. His predecessor means person who was in that post before Mark Tully had come. Even he became friendly and introduced him to Air India Radio, members of press club, and to his new neighbors. Until this day, Mark Tully has many good friends in India, and that is the reason which made him stay back in our country. Paragraph 2. That, of course, is only part of the truth. I am drawn to India by its beauty, particularly its natural beauty. Recently, I was beside a campfire in the great Himalayan National Park, watching the snow-covered mountains glitter in the sunset. A week later, I was in Kerala, in the extreme south, sitting in my bathing trunks, looking out over the Arabian Sea as the sun slid like a great red dome below the horizon. There are smells of India too, which evoke such nostalgia. There is the dry scent of early summer in Delhi as the blue jacarandas in the scarlet gulmohars and other trees come into flower, the sweet smell of the queen of the night and the freshness of the first of pine trees in the foothills of the Himalayas after a long, hot and dusty drive across the plains. There are the folk songs and the classical music with ragas that starts with such austerity and end in the ecstasy. In paragraph 2, Mark reveals to us that the reason he is still staying in India is not only his good friends, but also he was driven by the India's natural beauty. Dear students, it's very true. India, our country, is covered with natural beauty, which is from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Whoever visits our country will fall in love. We should be proud of our country, India. Mark Tully writes that he traveled to many parts of India. He loved exploring India. Some day ago, he was viewing Himalayan mountains covered by snow during sunset. Looked very beautiful for him. Then after a week, he had been to Kerala, which is in south. While bathing, he enjoyed the sun sliding like a great red dome below the horizon over the Arabian Sea. Some smells in India makes him feel nostalgic. Nostalgic means feeling of sentiment. Smell like dry scent of early summer in Delhi, blue jacarandas, scarlet gulmohars, and other trees. Even queen of the night, the freshness of the first of pine trees, which are grown at the foothills of Himalayas, have attracted him. He is impressed by India's classical music as well as folk songs that starts with austerity, means simplicity, and ends with ecstasy, means strong feelings of happiness. Paragraph 3. There are the great epics and the love poetry. There's the art of the Pradhan tribe in central India, which occupies the whole of one wall of 5 flat. There's the color of the festivals, the solemn dignity of the courtyards of the great mosque filled with line after line of worshippers bowing their heads in prayer, and the colorful informality of the pujari performing the evening rites in a Hindu temple. There's the sound of priests singing the Sikh scriptures, carrying across the water of the sacred tank in which the golden temple stands. There are the great monuments of India. I have never known anyone to be disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. There are the fresh cooked parathas for breakfast in the open air dhabas or restaurants along the Grand Trunk Road. And there's the delicacy of a vegetarian thali or tray in Gujarat. In paragraph 3, Mark Tully describes about the great works of our countries, literature, worship, and monuments. Great works means Ramayana and Mahabharata, and the poetry by great poets. He even says he got attracted by Pradhana tribe, which is in central India. He next describes about the ways of worship people do in India. He describes Muslims worship standing in line after line, bowing their heads in prayer. Hindus offer pujas in their temple. Sikh priest says or sings scriptures in the Golden Temple. He felt amazed by looking at the monuments such as Taj Mahal and forts of Rajasthan. He also remembers the fresh cooked parathas he had breakfast in dhabas and restaurant on the Grand Trunk Road and even vegetarian thali in Gujarat. Paragraph 4. All these kept me in India, but they are not whole. It would need a poet to describe what India means to me, and I am no poet. I can only say that I am not alone among foreigners in believing there is nowhere like India and no people like Indians. I am perhaps more unusual for a foreigner in that I have been accepted as a part of India. In the last paragraph, he admits that all these things makes him to stay in India. He asks sorry because he cannot describe India's beauty as a whole. Only a poet can describe India, according to him. Foreigners, including him, who visited India, believed that beauty of India and Indians are unique. He feels grateful that Indians accepted him as their own. Yes, dear students, we Indians accept everybody whoever comes to India. Our country is a country of unity in diversity. We have quality of friendly nature which makes us welcome anybody who comes here. In the same way, Mark was also accepted as one of us. Students, let us understand words and their meanings by reading them. Involved, closely connected in relationships and activities of others. Austerity, simplicity. Solemn, very serious. Informality, here, not grand. Unusual, interesting because different from others. Ecstasy, state of a strong feeling of happiness.